What's up, guys? It's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. So it is February of 2025, the month of love. So it should be a pretty decent month. We're going to have a look at the calendar today. We're going to see exactly what is going on in February and whether or not it's going to live up to that hype or not. There are a couple of things I've looked at so far which I think are not. And there are a few things that I think are going to be pretty awesome. So without any further said, we're going to dive straight into the calendar. As you can see, my head is right above where we are at the moment. So of course, we've got the Lunar New Year event going on. And you know how I feel about those heroes. I'm not too stoked on them, to be honest. I'm really disappointed, massively disappointed in those Lunar New Year heroes that have just come out, Zhao Qing and Bai Shu. We've had the pickup summon. The heroes on the pickup summon are not the same as they are on the calendar, but Berks G, we can forgive you for that. We'll forgive you this one time. But the next time I'm gonna come around to Japan and I'm gonna, find out where you live. But anyways, okay. So that's what we've got going on at the moment. We have had the Night of the Moth, which was a real success in my opinion. I think that's a good event that has come out. And then of course we've had Dagger just released into the portal, and I think he's awesome as well. So that is what's going on at the moment. Somebody did ask me about Akarog, whether I was going to review him or not, but I'm not going to review him because he's been around for ages. So unfortunately, he's missed the boat, and I'm not a fan of him in any case. So sorry, mate. Let's move on. So we have the War of Three Kingdoms, which is happening pretty much right now as we speak. It's just getting ready to go. And then we've got the Astral Plane as well with our Astral Dwarf Vod, who I've just looked at today, and he's actually pretty good. And then we should have some legendary troops coming in tomorrow. And that is going to be alongside our hero of the month. You can see at the top here, she's giving me an evil look. And I don't know much about her at the moment. I have looked at the other kind of calendar that Berks does, but there's not a lot of information. So we'll see. I'm waiting until she gets released. And then maybe we can have a closer look at her. So Mystia will be our hero of the month. She'll be coming out very, very soon. And then the Tavern of Legends, it looks like it's going to be starting on Sunday. Now, that will be running through until about Tuesday of next week. But it's going to be, it doesn't say there's going to be any new heroes in that portal. So we can't expect any new heroes coming out until it looks like on about Wednesday or Thursday of next week, like the 6th, when we will have a new hero in the Shadows of the Deep event. So that's going to be cool. It looks like we're going to be getting Penelope, and that's this incredible looking chickie over here. So I hope she's good. I hope she can master the insanity effect, because not too many people can. And if she's featured alongside Hunter, then I'll be tempted on that portal. We're also going to be having a return of the Owl Tower. So Fulvia, Relius, and Timaeus. But it says here, massive warning and question mark. It says Pertinax. So I'm assuming that's going to be a new owl. I'd like to see a couple more new owls. I think the owls have really got something going for them in terms of their passive. They can be super duper strong. And then if you notice at the bottom, alongside all of this absolute madness that is going on, we are going to be getting a event for the dragons, or a summon portal for the dragons. And I'm not excited about it. I don't think anybody, like probably 99% of the players in the game, are not going to be excited about it, but it's going to be happening. Things like this are going to be going on in the background. If you're considering the Dragons event, yes, play through it bit by bit. The way I'm doing it is just dip in, dip out a little bit. And the thing is, just build up your teams like, what's the word? Synergistically, or there's like a word for organically. That's the word I'm looking for. So build them organically until eventually you've got enough heroes. But for now, I would just really, really hold off on the Dragons event, because it's just too soon to be chasing after these things. If they ever become a big thing in the future, then of course you've got plenty of time. But I was actually watching a video from Psychrosis. My shout out to you, Psychrosis. You said something very wise in that video, and you said, and I quote, I'm going to try and quote, that you wait for the next hero because you know the next hero is going to be better than the last one, and the longer you wait, the better the hero is going to be when they come out. And that's totally true. It's going to be more true for the Dragons portal, because obviously they're not as far along. So if you wait a few months, you'll get some insane heroes. So I wouldn't go crazy right now. Maybe we'll have a look at them. I'm not excited about it, to be fair. What I am excited about is the quest. So it looks like we're going to have the treasure quest, which should be a holy variant. And that is important because the day after the quest starts, we're going to be having the Omega, the Alpha quest, and that is going to be a holy quest. And the problem with the holy quest is you only earn 4 at a time. So if they throw us another Alpha Ether in the treasure quest or two, not Alpha, sorry, like the yellow ethers, holy ethers, then that means that you'll easily be able to limit break a holy hero, which is what I'm hoping for, because I just pulled the costume for Persa. So that's what I'm most excited about. But this isn't about me. This is about everything else that's going on. So Shadows of the Deep event really is going to be our next new hero between now. And if you discount the dragons in the hero of the month, that is. So that's going to be next week. Thursday, I think it is. Friday. Thursday it's going to start. And that'll be featuring Penelope. Potentially we'll get Pertinax in the Owl Tower as well. And then the Untold Tales will have a costume for Spartor. It looks like. I don't think they'll feature Persa again so quickly, but then they did feature Domoventus straight away after he was released. And I think Medea is probably a good one, but like we'll see what they do. Okay, and then we're going into week 3 already, and not too many releases. I mean, this could ramp up a little bit. But in week 3, it's going to be Atlantis Rises. So from the 10th, you want to have your loot tickets ready. You want to have, enough world energy to be able to farm, because Atlantis Rises is for 2 days from the 10th and 11th. We'll have the costume chamber coming back. So it will be with the 4th costumes. That's the glass costumes for the tunes. And it looks like we're going to be getting Isania and my man Leonidas. I like Isania. I love Isania. In fact, I think she's really good with a superior talent where she can dispel with tiles. So I think that's going to be a temptation. But what I've been saying about the glass costumes is that they are very early days. So if you can wait, then wait. Honestly, it's no use summoning in this portal where you could end up pulling. Let's say you do a 10 pull and then you get a tune, but then if you'd have waited, you probably could have got the glass costume and you could have got the extra stats. So it's kind of tricky. Like, I know you want to get these heroes and you want to get your rosters, you want to keep them going. But if you take a little bit of advice from me, it would be to just hold on a little bit longer than you think you can, and then hold some more. and some more. Anyway, so Isania is going to be awesome. Leonidas is still really, really good as well. But then the tune doesn't really give him that much extra. He's really there for that. I like the costume with the defense down and the mana cut and the elemental defense down. That's also awesome for Titans. But after that, we're going to be seeing the Bearwolf's Challenge. So, of course, when we had I think it was the Black Friday event now, we saw the initial release of these Bearwolf family heroes, but now we're going to really get to know them. So that's going to be a whole massive family of heroes that are getting released. We're going to have all of the 5 stars, at least 1 4-star and 1 3-star hero in there as well. So definitely cool. And then the Valentine's event, obviously that's going to be, it's actually going to be starting on the 14th. I don't know if it normally does, but it's actually going to be starting on Valentine's Day. And it's called the Seasons of Love. And look at these terrible, terrible depictions of whatever the heck these things are. Honestly, the art is just stupid on these heroes. I had a look at the SG calendar, and man, the face of this Valentine's portal just looks terrible. But he's terrible in a comical way. So if he's over the top comical, and we've sort of seen it before with some of these portals, then maybe I can let them off with it. But if not, then they need to go back to scratch and start drawing these heroes like they draw the Astral Dwarves. Because anyways, I hate the art on these heroes, but I love the art on the Astral Dwarves for sure. So Bearwolf's Challenge, I'm very interested in. All of these heroes, these 5 stars are going to be released. Names that I can't pronounce. Bearwolf, Eggthrow, Ekitho, Thou? Yeah? No? Definitely not that. Modrithith. Antaros and Dodgrom are going to be our Valentine's heroes. So it's going to be a fun month for pronunciations for me, and hopefully a fun month for getting loads of heroes for you guys. So Valhalla Forever, and then the Goblin Village as well. It says TBD, so we may be getting another Garrison Guard in there. And that should be a super busy day. So that is going to be Valentine's Day, and it's going to be on a Friday. So it looks like we're sort of pushing it into where the big events are coming and going through over the weekends now. We never used to see that. They used to be during the week, but now it's, everything changes, hey? Right. And then we're going into the second to last week. So second to last week is going to be another dragon called Blaze being released into the portal. And again, like I say, I think it's too soon. Most of the, top raid defenses and things like that, if you look at them in the Dragons arena or whatever we call it, they just don't even have the mats to be able to max the dragons yet. So why would you go out to try and get the dragons when it's going to be impossible, literally impossible, to be able to get the mats to be able to max them? And I mean, yeah, maybe you can buy the offers and stuff, but these people have to be buying the offers and they still haven't maxed their 5-star dragons. So just wait, be careful. This is like clickbait supreme, and you will be pissed off because you can't level the hero that you just got. I mean, imagine pulling a fantastic hero. Like, let's say you just pulled Fergus. I just pulled Fergus the other day. He's a fantastic tank, but if I could not level him past like the 3rd ascension and I literally couldn't use him, I would be pissed. And that's how you're going to feel if you pull in this ancient underroot portal. That's just what I think. Anyway, so we will have a contest of elements. Highly unlikely we'll be featuring Crumb and Desmond in there. They are just placeholders, so we should be seeing a new slime hero, fingers crossed. And then the Judgment of Dunes, where we'll be seeing a costume for Kepri. It looks like Elnadaha and Bennu. Again, they might be placeholders, so the event itself should be there, but some of the heroes that are in the events are just placeholders. As we see with the Knight of the Moth, which will be coming back again. And like I said before, I'm a massive fan of pretty much every single hero that's in that portal at the moment. I think that the summon costs are good. 260 gems per hero. I think that should be, we should even bring it a little bit down. We should increase the odds and things like that. Like, I'm all for this year being a year of plenty and, just getting more heroes. Like, if I could potentially suggest that to somebody, the powers that be, then that would be my thing, because I think that I saw a huge uptake in heroes in that, and a lot of people doing more summons than usual, but they're not getting like millions and millions of heroes. They're just getting 1 or 2 extra, which is really, really good. And it beats, having a ×2 odds where it's amazing if you get it, but the majority of people come away disappointed. I'm just talking about the way people feel when they summon. So that's a big thing in this game. Anyway, Knight of the Moth, we'll probably see another hero in there. TBD at the moment, but I really do like the event so far. And then we go into our final week. So the final week will be starting on the 24th of February, and we will have the Untold Tales. Looks like that's going to start there on the Sunday. We'll probably see another new hero in there because they are just pretty much starting out. I think we've had most of the Flame guys. Maybe we'll be seeing some Frost with some Frost cores. Like, that would be nice and interesting, but we'll see. And then really, really interested to see what's going to be happening about this Monster Island event, which is coming back on the 27th of February. That's the placeholder for it. It has come and it has gone before. It's been and it's dropped out before. And it's actually not been a great event. It's not been a really competitive event. It's not the kind of event like a War is, or a Titan is, or a challenge is, where you kind of can sort of know where you are. And if there's anybody at SG that's still there from the beginning, you need to kind of create some of that competition, that friendly competition that's within the game, that kind of makes you want to push forward in the quest. So I think Monster Island's a good idea, but I kind of like to see something other than freaking matching tiles, if that's an option, like some kind of side game. I know they do it in other games, so yeah, your game developer, you might be able to do it, but it might be nice to do some kind of extra little actions or something other than just matching 3 tiles. But anyways, that's just my 2 cents. So Monster Island is going to be coming back, and it's probably going to be good. because I like it to be a team event and they have had a lot of time to work on it. So if it's trashy, I'm going to trash it. To be honest, I'm just going to trash it because I hated the Monster Island portal coming out with no hero, with no event to go alongside. And I think if you're going to do that to your players and now you're going to decide to bring it back, you better have done something with it, right? Anywho, that is pretty much it for the month of February. We will have another Astral Summon right at the end. But the big news is that on this calendar, which normally has literally everything, and this is put together by Eliotti, it says, but actually Burks G puts the calendar together. I believe Eliotti 33 does do some kind of weird stuff with a crystal ball or predict what kind of heroes we're going to have. And he's pretty good at it, to be fair. But what is not on this calendar is something that is actually on SG's calendar. And that is because it is actually placeholdered on there for the 1st of March. And it's next to that butt ugly Valentine's orc that we were talking about before. But if you have a closer look at it, you can see it says Soul Exchange. And that is the main event. I thought it was going to be in February. Turns out it's more likely to be the 1st of March. So this is the first kind of sniff of a whiff of a date that we've had for the Soul Exchange. So that should be, and I'm hoping that it will be coming on the 1st of March. And that is pretty much it. But as we get closer to that, obviously, I'm sure that we'll have some snippets. So probably around about, in fact, while I'm doing this here, because I've just flicked to it. Yeah, here's the calendar. So yeah, Soul Exchange right there. But as we get closer to that, then we should be seeing some little snippets and tidbits and things like that that are going to be coming in. But that is everything for the month of February. So I wish you guys an awesome month. I hope you all fall in love again with Empires and Puzzles, if there is such a thing. I feel like it's kind of, for me, a love-hate relationship. We're in, we're out, we're up, we're down. You never really know what you're going to get. But actually, at the end of the day, the entire game as a whole is just such a refreshing place to be. And I've found that for myself. So I hope that you guys find your happy place in 2025. And that being said, I wish you guys all of the best. Do drop us a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys aren't subscribed already. Share it with your mother, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now, guys.